It's showtime.
BSnBEER Media, in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network.
Introducing the best in the world.
That's right. Best in the world. Welcome in. I'm your host, Dale. With me today, we got my guy, Jay. What's up with you?
What's up? Salute gang. What's up with you, fam?
All good, man. We ready for King and Queen of the Ring. We about to run down this card. We also gonna talk some WWE news and everything like that, some rumors and whatnot, you know. So, yeah, man, just buckle in with us and have a good time, bro. How you doing today?
Man, my favorite time of the week, man. I get to talk wrestling.
That's right. That's right. This is therapy session. So
like I've constantly said, you know, and like I told you all backstage, man. This is the only time I get to be a real nerd. None of my friends, they don't talk about wrestling. They don't watch wrestling.
yes,
You know.
yes. And like every time I actually do mention wrestling or something like that, it's always like wrestling. You mean like Hulk Hogan? Like the Undertaker you talking about?
Man, I got one better for you. Somebody told me Bam Bam Bigelow.
Uh-huh.
Like, God damn, you went back to the WCW, you couldn't even do nothing early 2000s. You know.
Yeah, speaking of Bam Bigelow, man, I just saw that a little video of him like we climbing up the side of a building or something for I don't know whatever WrestleMania it was. It was really,
him
really
being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Vince always had one of his superstars to do unhuman-like things.
Oh yeah, for sure. for sure. So that was just amazing you brought that up today. So
Yeah, that is crazy.
oh man. All right, let's get into some wrestling talk here. Just some news, rumors, and all that stuff. WWE. It's the anniversary of Owen Hart's death. May 23rd. So start off with that.
Man. It is a sad day in wrestling. I mean, you know, Natalya, I think not this week, but last week she wore some ring gear dedicated to Owen Hart.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. It's a sad day in history to be reminded of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just to be clear, WWE still have not took away the Raptor thing. They took it away for a little while, but they brought it back. What that was 2 WrestleManias ago with Logan Paul.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but that was more of like a zip line he was on, though, huh? More than like dropping in, right?
That's the same thing. That's the same thing to me. You coming from the Raptors?
That's coming from up there. I feel you.
Yeah, anything coming from that high up, I do not recommend.
Yeah.
I do not recommend it.
I with you. So yeah,
I'm 6'4" and I'm scared of heights.
Okay.
So
okay.
I can imagine.
You're already up there, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already up there. I don't want to be no high up shit.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you.
They actually had a video.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're trying to say that Vince McMahon was kind of heartless after the Owen Hart incident. It's like an app I got
with the show must go on kind of deal. Yeah, well, for sure.
So it is. I mean, you can't blame him. People paid their money for it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, he got to do what he got to do. You know, you can't blame him for that.
Did you watch? I want to say it was Dark Side of the Ring, where they kind of go into The whole Owen Hart's accident and everything like that?
I did, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember it.
Yeah, I'm trying
I
to
don't
remember.
remember it.
That's my action.
I don't remember it because that was probably one of the first Dark Side of the Rings I really watched.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
so I mean, for me, from what I remember about the episode, it was just finger pointing, where people blaming WWE kind of deal, but WWE is like, the company that brought in to rig this whole thing up, they were the ones at fault because I mean, ultimately that's the person you hired, but ultimately you were the one in charge bringing these people in. So I understand from his widow, that I would probably be still upset with WWE to this day, just like she is. So it is what it is. Mark Henry. I'm sorry. No, let's start off with let's go to WWE and UFC live event team. They are combining forces as part of the merger. My guess is just to have logistics be pretty good all across the board. I know WWE was talking about moving the pay-per-views back to Sunday, so that way they don't kind of overlap or UFC pay-per-views like on a Saturday. So
wasn't it UFC saying that WWE was gonna move?
Yeah,
it was Dana White saying that, right?
Sure. Yeah, it was Dana.
I mean, I guess it's all the same thing. I guess, but as far as that, I think I'm gonna be real with you. I think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
You could do, you could do so many things like action pack, kind of like the NFL does double hitters, weekend double hitter.
Oh yeah,
You had, you got your UFC fight, heavyweight fight, and then you got your heavyweight fight in WWE on Sundays.
Right.
So
that's a good idea. Sort of like the 2-day WrestleManias, but it's with UFC and WWE.
Exactly.
And maybe there's a package deal you can get where you go hit both events. I mean, that's not a bad idea there, Jay. I like where your head's at.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, I think they starting it with the Battlegrounds thing, right? Because the NXT, isn't it gonna be in a UFC event?
Yeah, they're just using that arena that UFC has in Vegas. So it's so you might as well call that like their performance center. Because they do have events there, but it's usually small scale events, and that's perfect for NXT. You don't have to worry about selling out a whole arena. This is in-house building, and they can seat I don't know however many people at Apex sits. But it's a small arena. And then I do think they're going to end up using the cage because of the Shayna Baszler match that I just saw this Tuesday on NXT. So, but that's
you was watching that.
I don't know. They're talking about bringing NXT Underground to the pay-per-view. So if they do that, it makes sense.
That's the perfect place.
The cage. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like it's a dollar too short and a minute too late.
Okay.
Because you was robbed out of seeing Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey retirement, quote unquote, WWE retirement match in the cage.
Yeah. True. You're right. You're right about that. So
I mean, I like the idea because NXT does have its own identity with the underground thing, but I don't know, man. They got to do some work.
Yeah. We'll see what they end up doing here, but I'm interested to see how the whole merger plays out and how these partnerships get further. So next bit of news was Mark Henry thinks Velveteen Dream deserves another shot. So he's been out. Was it like the past 3 or 4 years now? It's ever since the whole deal with him supposedly messaging underage female and sending pictures and all this kind of stuff. From what I can see, there was no charges brought. I think he got cleared of that. But now there was another incident with Velveteen Dream and EC3. Well, I think EC3 was saying like he's looking at him in the bathroom taking pictures and all this kind of stuff. Like that's a lot to put somebody on blast with, but nothing came about from that either. So why not give him another shot?
I'm gonna say it like this: we have a lot of creeps, and I mean respectfully though, we have a lot of creeps in the wrestling business. You know, we have a lot of creeps, we got a lot of races, we got a lot of everything. Yeah. So to be like, well, this happened and he never got charged for it, but this happened though. So we're just gonna eliminate him, period. Velveteen Dream is a phenomenal performer. Yep. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first watched what was it, Black and Gold NXT?
Right.
Man, Velveteen Dream was the reason why.
Okay.
Like, he was that Gold Dust-esque character. Yeah. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And he didn't go as far. Well, shit, no, he did. He definitely did. Because I was about to say he didn't go as far as Gold Dust, but he definitely did. Just think about it, he definitely did. But it was authentic. You could tell it was really authentic. You wouldn't be like, oh, well, Gold Dust and Velveteen Dream, they're the same character. No, they're not. Like Velveteen Dream, his whole move set, like dude could have been in 205 Live.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think this is that was a wasted opportunity they had to push him onto the Ray roster. I go back to kind of thinking about the first North American Championship match at a pay-per-view where Velveteen Dream was involved in that match. It was a ladder match. Great match for sure.
He actually lost, didn't he?
Yeah, he lost that match, but there was a spot. I think it was like him and Ricochet. They get up on a ladder when the ladder is like suspended on ropes. And like the crowd start chanting, "Please don't die! Please don't die!"
Yeah, I remember that. Man, that ladder match.
Yeah, man.
Was a fire ladder match.
Yeah, man. It was a good one.
That was the crown I think that was the crown the inaugural
yes.
champion.
Very first North American Championship. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. That firing was most likely Vince McMahon's reason behind. You know, he was pushing that because that was Triple H's guy. Yeah, Triple H was going for him.
Yeah, it was damage control for sure. You know, because you don't want to be associated with somebody. You know, it's like a pedophile or something like that. Like, yeah, you gotta do something. So I understand why they did what they did, but now, you know, years have passed. There've been investigations. It's looked like it's been no wrongdoing. So you gotta give the guy another shot, man. And
also your CEO has went down for actual charges.
Yes, exactly.
So you know that's definitely a case too. So
yeah,
let's see how they maneuver with it. Because I know for a while they offered him to come back, and he said he wasn't gonna come back. For some reason, I think it was because of Vince.
Okay.
Because he was low-key he was re-signed.
Right.
And they never made it famous. Like how they did Carlito. They didn't have nothing for Carlito for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I do know a few months ago, he released a video kind of apologizing to different people, WWE executives and all that stuff, Triple H, all that kind of stuff. I guess he's trying to, you know, get back into good graces, which I understand. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But also, as a young person, you make mistakes because you're stupid. That's just what people do. So,
what was he? 23, 24? Yeah.
Right. These are young people. Man.
He's part of that third class NXT class,
right?
And all those were young. So I mean, you can't really blame them. You can't blame a person for their mistakes while they're young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the justice system does, but come on now. This is money. This is what's gonna bring views. I guarantee you put Velveteen Dream back on there, people gonna forget about whatever happened in the past, and his performance gonna speak for itself.
Yep. That's it. That's it. WWE announces SummerSlam 2026 will be a 2-night event, and it's going to be held in Minnesota. So SummerSlam is now getting the WrestleMania treatment. What you think about it?
I'm loving it because I mean that's your second show of shows.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to do it big. Everybody knows to tune into two events, SummerSlam and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it's a nice marketing pitch and a nice way to make some money from WWE. But again, we got to see how that's going to work with the merger.
Yeah.
The live event merger with the UFC.
True. I'm kind of surprised though that they didn't go the baseball stadium route, because that's the route they took with Royal Rumble. And I thought that was like maybe like, well, it's the beginning to WrestleMania, right? So that starts to roll. So why not give that the stadium treatment, the full football stadium treatment instead of just a baseball stadium treatment?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I feel like SummerSlam should be one of the Mecca shows. You know, you got to give it the whole enchilada. You know, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania should have the same treatment.
Right. Yes. I'm with you 100%.
But you know, we're speaking as fans, and you know, they see something else from a money side.
Yeah,
you know, they might can't get it booked because of what? SummerSlam. That's usually the start of NFL preseason, right? No. Preseason starts in September. No, August-ish.
August,
Yeah, August-ish. And then Royal Rumble, that's what? Basketball territory? Royal Rumble and WrestleMania basketball territory.
Like Final Four. Yep. Yep. You're right.
So you know, you gotta think about it too. They competing with that. And then I think the Olympics is somewhere in there too.
Well, the Olympics gonna be the summer for sure. So you probably talk about June or July for the Olympics to start. So
okay. But they competed with these other sports. That's most likely why they can't set these venues though.
Yeah. But good thing about going to Minnesota is it's indoors. You don't have to worry about the weather.
Yeah, because Minnesota be rough.
This past one, it was cold as hell out there in Philadelphia. You got the wrestlers, you got like heaters on top of the ring. Shout!
They was going to have to put heaters underneath the ring as well, because ain't no way in hell they was gonna get that done.
Right.
If it was outside.
Exactly. So yeah, it's inside of Minnesota. That's a good thing. So the last bit of news, the guy, the Sexy Red, is showing up on NXT, baby. Like she tweeted about Trick Williams, and like some kind of way she's gonna get involved. I'm wondering what they're gonna have for her, if she's maybe gonna get into something with Lash Legend or one of the other people from Metaphor, or what's going on. But I'm definitely interested. Sexy Red coming to NXT.
Well, you was reading my mind when you said her getting into it with Lash Legend.
Yeah,
I think they're definitely gonna do it the Bow Wow J Cardell type of thing. Like AEW did, you know, because I mean, I don't like Sexy Red as an artist. I'm gonna just be real, but you know, she's a right. I do know for a fact she's ratchet as hell. So who knows? She might get into a twerking contest with Lola Vice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. You know, you never know. Dealing with WWE, but you know, I'm very interested to see, you know, WWE getting back to their roots. You know, they bringing musicians in, they're bringing football players in, and that's what makes it an overall better experience.
Yep.
You know, when you add real life tendencies to it.
The crossover, man, got to get that crossover appeal, man. Like ESPN is interested when Pat Mahomes is out there. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. And then giving his Super Bowl rings, fake Super Bowl rings, to knock out JD McDonough. Yeah. It's interesting.
Exactly.
But that's that creativity. So I would love. I don't know how long she is removed, because I know she just had a baby. I'd like to see Sexy Red take a bump.
Oh,
Let her
okay.
take a bump, and she could probably get in. Damn, they done switched the NXT pay-per-views up so much. I was about to call it Takeover.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I would like to see her get in the next, either 2 week pay-per-view or an actual pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Hell, maybe Battlegrounds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be involved, but I don't. I'm not sure about taking a bump. But if she get in there and take a bump, man, they got something.
Man, do they got something?
They got something there. Well, I'm telling you.
Yes, indeed. Like sexy. Like I say, sexy gonna get it, man.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's talk King and Queen of the Ring. This is going to be on Saturday in Saudi Arabia in Jeddah, Superdome in Jeddah. So this should definitely be this should be a nice packed show and everything like that. So we'll see what ends up happening out there. But how do you feel about King and Queen of the Ring overall? Because I've seen a few things out there on the internet where there are complaints where people are saying they wish it was more of a tournament, King and Queen of the Ring, and at the pay-per-view, that is, instead of like SmackDowns and Raws holding those matches, and then you get the finals at King and Queen of the Ring. Do you prefer it that way, or do you prefer it like it used to be, where you have to win, I don't know, 2 or 3 matches that night on the pay-per-view? So, well, Jay having some troubles here. I like the fact that it's just I would have liked to see more of the King and Queen of the Ring matches on the actual pay-per-view itself. Just because I think as an accomplishment of being the king or being the queen, to me it means like you've won several matches, you won through the gauntlet, pretty much, like a gauntlet match.
Right.
And to me that was the appeal of the King and Queen tournament. So what do you think about the tournament kind of being all held in one night, where you win multiple matches in one night? You think it's better?
It takes away from. I could get it both ways. Like, I'm really mixed with it because I'm a junkie for nostalgia. Very, I still remember the night Stone Cold Steve Austin, became king of Austin 316.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I love that idea, but you gotta keep it going with the times, man. Like, we have so many more superstars. Like, don't get me wrong, they had superstars back then, but the whole WWE is superstars at this point. Yeah. You got to give everybody their time, And to be real with you, somebody's gonna be unhappy.
Yeah, but this kind of thing kind of makes people remember. Let's go back a little bit. Kofi Mania, right? He ran through a gauntlet match. And that was the beginning of Kofi Mania. I understand Mustafa Ali got hurt or whatever, but that gauntlet match kind of propelled him into this, into the chamber to have this run for Kofi Mania. And so King and Queen of the Ring being a tournament in one night is kind of like that gauntlet match. And I think that's how Stone Cold kind of took off. Because he had that of course, the blood, everything like that was iconic. Don't get me wrong.
Iconic.
But at the time, you're in it, and so you don't know it's iconic. But if you get this guy in his gauntlet match two or three times that night, you kind of pulling for him just because of that.
Yeah, that is true. That's why I say I'm in the middle of it, because it's like it's really worth it. It gets you behind, like you said, gets you behind that wrestler, but at the same time, you still got a weekly episodic shows that need time slots, you know, that you gotta keep up a certain quota, you know, or you lose that deal.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel it why they did it during the weekly episodic shows, but you know, now you leave more room at that side. Well, it's Saudi too.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's Saudi. So they probably should have done it in Saudi Arabia. They probably should have, because you know they still was looking for Hulk Hogan in them to be wrestling.
That's true. That is
So-
true right there.
So they probably definitely should have did it. But you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, at this point, I'm looking. You could put more matches on the card.
Yeah. Yep. Well, this is a short card here. So let's start going through this thing. First match we got up is Gunther versus, to be decided, for the King of the Ring tournament final. I believe this is going to be Randy Orton and not Tama Tonga. What's your prediction here?
It's definitely going to be Orton because of the storylines, how the storyline played out.
Yeah.
You know, I would have loved to see Tama Tonga. You know, the MFT, I still don't know what the hell that means, but I would love to see the MFT take on Gunther. And it'd be like a real exciting match. That'll be a fire way to push him. Yeah. But it's gonna outshine Solo Sikoa if he was to go and be in the finals of King of the Ring.
Yep.
So I don't see him doing it. You know, I see Randy taking him out, you know, getting revenge for Kevin Owens. He made the whole speech, and you know, the ring general, this is a spoiler, the ring general is gonna be the ring king. So
yes, I agree with that. I think that some kind of way Tama Tonga is going to come out and mess with this match between Randy Orton and Gunther, and that's going to be why he loses. And then it's going to further the story between Randy Orton feuding with Tama Tonga and the Bloodline. So that's what I think is going to end up happening with that.
Yeah, I feel that too. I also feel like Kevin Owens is gonna, you know, make a appearance in that match as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because he's nowhere else on the card, so I can definitely see him coming out to do something too. So Solo and the whole Bloodline then's gonna come out for that. So the Bloodline getting involved in this thing. Yes, that's what's gonna be. Because the Bloodline not even on the card. So yeah, you gotta have the Bloodline there.
Right, because you know you gotta have your hottest traction on there, because whether Roman is with them or not, it's still your hottest traction.
Yeah, exactly. So
and then Saudi, you need everything. You need everybody. Just being honest.
Yep. And that's probably why I'm really surprised that the card is this short, because Saudi events are usually long, like compared to normal WWE events, right? You know. So
and then they usually have a couple of legends come back, wrestlers come back and wrestle, you know. So I'm very surprised that this card, they even switched it up. It's King and Queen now, it's not Crown Jewel. So
yep.
I'm just interested to see, because I don't know where they're taking this. Is it something new they doing, or I even seen somewhere on the internet WWE. Not divas, but WWE female superstars, they wearing bikinis in Saudi. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I saw that too. Like, what the hell's
going on? Like, what's really going on? Y'all want to get trapped in the airport again? Y'all want to get trapped in Saudi again? Y'all doing too much.
That's right, Jay. That's right. Like, I know y'all on the beach, and it is normal. But you in Saudi, so
that's the whole point. You in Saudi.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, I would like further clarification, because especially if I see them in there wrestling with the long sleeve and long pants on, you know, because that's what they had to do every single Saudi show. So, but
every single big ass t-shirts, like I was mad at that. These women cannot even wrestle in these big ass t-shirts.
Right. It's
They
so
barely
unfair.
had on like a 6X. I'm like, what the hell? She got on a Mark Henry shirt.
That's right, man. All right. So let's go to the next match on the card. Lyra Valkyria versus to be decided for the Queen of the Ring tournament final. I believe this is going to be Nia Jax and not Bianca Belair. What do you think here?
Well, I know why you believe it to be Nia Jax and not Bianca. The whole pregnancy thing.
No. I mean, she did clear that up. Well, they cleared it up. Because Montez Ford took down whatever he posted that kind of that kind of made everybody allude to that. But she worked the whole match on SmackDown last week, so she did. No way she's pregnant.
But we also know these are pre-recorded. So
SmackDown was live last week.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know I be catching some of the clips on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So I be knowing what's going to happen before. That's why sometimes I watch it as it's going on. Sometimes I don't.
Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. Okay. But I think it's just a classic good guy versus bad guy thing. And then you definitely don't need Bianca to have the Queen of the Ring. I mean, what she need that for? It's much better.
That's true.
For Lyra Valkyria, to me, this is tailor made for her because they're putting a rocket to her back, and I think they want to. I think they actually want to drop the title off to her from Becky.
I don't know about that one.
They did it.
What I can say.
NXT.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't know about that one. that was NXT. Becky was happy to drop that in NXT.
Yeah.
But the main roster is her gig. That's she's the man of that.
It's true. It's true.
So far as the
help our countrymen out.
Oh yeah. I feel that. She got to help herself out for Liv Morgan, and I know Truth don't like it, but Liv is dangerous right now.
Mm-hmm.
Liv is dangerous. She's on fire.
Yep.
And I'm interested to see how her character is going to develop, especially with Sonya Deville coming back in the picture. Fire and Ice getting back together. That's a spoiler. But back to the card, like honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm split with this because it would be nice because all the achievements are nice. Just like Randy Orton. He never won King of the Ring, but he's won every other title. He's a Grand Slam champion. Adding King of the Ring to him is just going to further his legacy, which we know is not going to happen. But still, Bianca is still young. You could do so many different things with her. So I can see her going up with Lyra to kind of be like, okay, it's the old NXT, black and gold, versus the new NXT 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Just giving that clash of eras, I guess you would want to say, to make it an all-around show. Like that match would be fire as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm mad they robbed us out of the Jade Cargill and fucking Bianca match, but
it's gonna happen eventually. For sure.
Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. You gotta wait for it. That's kind of what they said.
Going to, yeah.
And Nia, because like I said, if Bianca go in there, she can further her claim as Queen of the Ring. Jade Cargill could get kind of jealous, and that'll further their beef going towards SummerSlam. But on the other hand, I'm a big ass Nia Jax fan. Mm-hmm. And mainly because of her family and where she come from.
Yeah.
But I see Nia, this could work wonders for Nia Jax as well. She need a boost.
This run better than her previous run in WWE, honestly.
Yeah, because Vince booked her as this big ass giant. You know what I'm saying? That was unstoppable and made shit unrealistic. But let's be real. This run has seemed more realistic than anything. She have taken losses to smaller competitors.
Yep.
to Becky, you know, to Liv,
Mm-hmm.
to well, that her and Rhea Ripley is far from small, but you know they have made her matches more believable. Like
Right.
back then, it seemed like they was just forcing it. And then the fact that she's 80 pounds lighter, or 50 pounds lighter, something like that, it makes the things a lot better too.
Yeah.
So with her and Lyra, you would have Lyra taking this one. You know, just to put her to that star status to what she can face Becky soon. And then you start like a 3-match thing like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Teacher versus pupil.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Look, I like where it's going.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they need to hire me, bro. I got the brain for it. I seen they hired that young lady that didn't know nothing about wrestling. And she admitted she ain't know nothing about wrestling. They fired her the next day though.
Oh damn.
Yeah. They fired her the next day. But shout out to her because you gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do, man. So all right. Well, let's take a quick break and we'll be back. We're gonna finish out the card. Stay tuned.
AirPods, convenient and small. AirPods, versatile with high fidelity. AirPods, listen to music or talk on the phone. AirPods, now with concealable subwoofer. Now drop that bass.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
We're back. Best in the world. Hashtag BITW. We are talking King and Queen of the Ring, man. Shout out to our new sponsors over there at AirPods.
Hey man, I'm gonna have to give me some of those things, man. You gotta send me the link.
There you go. There you go. Operator standing by. All right. We got Becky Lynch, the champion, versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Oh man. This particular match, I think the build was really rushed and everything. What do you think about this matchup?
Man, they came straight out of left field because I mean, Liv came right off injury and they just went out of a rocket, like just shot out of a rocket. And I mean, it's cool and all, but you know, like I said, I'm a big Liv fan. I love Liv, but I would have loved to see somebody else in that role, like somebody we haven't seen in a while. Her tag team partner. Her name just slipped my mind. From Texas.
Oh, Rodriguez.
Yeah, Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to see her there, but that's just me being biased on Giants. But you know, it's kind of rushed, and honestly, Liv didn't do anything to deserve it. So it's not gonna matter. Well, I'm not seeing her win this. You know, not just because Becky is the man in the face right now, but in the face, but just because he's the face. But I don't see her winning this because there's not enough emotional pull towards it.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's really invested in Liv. You know, what is she, a heel? Or is she just a face that's just tired of the place?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw something earlier from Kiki on Twitter here. She says, this Liv and Becky feud feels uninspired and it's not their fault. Creative has not made up for anything that's happened since Rhea got hurt. It seems like they're just throwing stuff and hoping it sticks. And I agree 100% that Rhea injury
definitely
like put a big wrench in the plans here. And I think they're still trying to scramble to figure it out. So
Yeah, here's the whole Lyra Valkyria and I forgot her name. Coming up from NXT. It's the whole reason for the call ups.
Tiffany Stratton.
No, Tiffany on SmackDown. I was talking about on Raw.
Mm.
James.
Mm.
Kitana Joy.
Wait, who?
I think it's Kitana James.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. She sure is there. You're right. She sure is there. Yep.
Right. So it's like they trying to scramble to figure out what are we gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
We did not plan for Rhea to go out.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't plan for it. Let's make some stars.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens, man. When one person goes out, somebody else steps in. I mean, it's the same thing in professional sports, right? Your starter gets hurt, guy comes off the bench, maybe he has the game of his life, maybe he doesn't, but he gets the opportunity though. So yeah, you gotta work with what you got, man. WWE got a deep bench, so
yes. they got a very deep bench,
Yeah.
And honestly, that's why this live the man match don't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
You could have put more people in this match. Hell, you could have made it a multi-woman match because everybody got claims to the woman's title.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Every woman does.
Yep.
So, and then you got a lot of more people that got beef with Becky than a little bit.
That's true. So I'm definitely riding with Becky here to retain the championship, and actually start another program with Lyra Valkyria, I think, afterwards. So that's just my prediction. So
yeah, that's the only thing, because I don't see any other woman they pushing on Raw like that, because they deep in the tag team division, like Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark. They got a tag team title match, which I know we're gonna get into that a little bit later. That would have been one of those two would have been my pick to go into the women's championship match.
Okay.
Other than Liv, or you could have made it a fatal four-way, because honestly, the last Zoe Starks didn't get pinned, nor did Shayna Baszler got pinned when they had the four-way match with Rhea.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I got a memory like a elephant, but it's crazy. Like WWE is, I'm very disappointed with this. This match is gonna be the only entertaining part about this match is gonna be the involvement that they're doing in the ring. That's it.
Yep. All right. So you think that they're actually supposed to do this match on the pay-per-view?
What, Liv and Becky?
Match? No, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler versus.
I would.
Okay.
You got 4 powerhouses. I definitely would. This is the type of stuff that Saudi Arabia likes. Like I told you, when the Mega Powers, I compared Bianca and Jade to the Mega Powers. When the Mega Powers was going up against the Road Warriors, that every time they met, that was a hell of a match. So this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I like to see Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler versus Bianca and Jade. That would, I think that would be a good programming for everybody involved too, because they all can go. Yeah.
And then also think about this. What other women's tag team can you really see take the titles away from Jade and Bianca?
Yeah. You're right.
You got to give Shayna Baszler her credit, man. She is a submission magician. She can break you down. She know how to work those joints. And then Zoe, Zoe under her tutelage, Zoe was already a hard hitter in NXT.
Yeah, she's like a pro, bro. Like she's been doing this forever.
Right. So smooth, and I'm mad it took so long for them to bring her to the main roster.
Right. She's so smooth, bro. So
it's gonna be an entertaining match. You know,
Well,
I know.
Shayna Baszler got a lot some more beef going on with Lola Vice from NXT. So I
Yeah,
think
her other
Shayna
little
got a match at
protege.
Battleground. Yeah, I think she got a match at Battleground.
She's it right now. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I was mad that they closed the light on her flame, man. You know, when she defeated Ronda Rousey. You know, she was on top of the world. Nobody can mess with her. Still nobody can mess with her, if you ask me. And they was supposed to work on that more. She was supposed to have more one-on-one matches with Rhea Ripley, but you know, the story goes Rhea Ripley got hurt or whatever the case might be. So that stopped her shine. She was, honestly, I would have seen her taking the title away from Rhea. But you know, Shane, the guy that they got to keep booking her as this badass. As like, don't get me wrong, I love to see people take other people underneath their wing, but Shayna didn't need that. Because she just got out of Ronda Rousey's shadow.
Yeah, right.
And now you put Lola Vice, you know, who is a phenomenon. You know, she can shake.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes it's a little bit too aggravating, you know. But you know, she can also go.
Yeah.
So it maybe Lola Vice get involved in that tag team match? Maybe.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see about that.
Because she blames Shayna for the loss on NXT. So there's a reason behind everything. And what happens on NXT, it usually transfers to the main roster.
Yeah. Good point. Real good point. All right, triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn, the champion, versus Chad Gable, with Otis versus Bronson Reed. What you thinking about this one?
We talked about Sammy before, right? And you know, we talked about he didn't need to be the one to dethrone Gunther. You know, he don't even need this Intercontinental Championship run.
Right.
Just being honest. I feel like Bronson Reed needs it more than anything.
Okay.
Because, you know, he's not gonna win. Sammy's gonna win, of course. But, you know, I feel like Bronson Reed needs it more than anything because he's been with the company and all he's won was the NXT North American Championship.
Yep.
He didn't even did he win the Andre the Giant Memorial?
He did.
Thing?
He did. He won.
Okay,
he won that
so yeah, he won that.
Yeah.
So if he won that, he's the most recent winner of that. He's supposed to be getting title shots.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be getting title shots and winning.
At what point do you start, you know, putting the rocket to his back? At what point? Because
I mean, the rocket already strapped to his back. He has had phenomenal matches.
Well, he does. He gets good crowd reaction too, especially from his finisher.
Exactly.
So yeah, to me, you want to actually, you know, let him be a monster and let him work, man.
Right. And like I said, I don't know. WWE likes to throw subtle hints, and then sometimes those subtle hints can throw you way. It don't even happen.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Sammy winning this one.
Okay.
With Bronson Reed getting distracted by Otis.
Okay. I'm gonna say we got a new champion, and it's gonna be Chad Gable. I think this is the time they're gonna give him the title. Now, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with Alpha Academy. It looked like he kind of turned Otis based off of what I saw on Raw, but I don't know. Otis still hadn't all the way flipped that switch to like that mean monster kind of guy. And I think that's what's going to end up happening. But I'm also thinking about the Creed brothers getting involved and totally doing away with Alpha Academy and replace them with Creed brothers being with Chad.
So you saying Creed brother go full
heel?
So you said They go full heel.
Yes, under Chad Gable.
Wouldn't be bad. It'd be the second coming of Team Angle.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
It wouldn't be bad. I could see that. This is the reason why they showed Chad Gable with them. But then where does that leave Ivy now? That's my whole question. Where does that leave Ivy now? Because Ivy now has been tagging with Lord have mercy. Maxine Dupree. I hate that name, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been teaming with Maxine Dupree, and that kind of like leaves it in lingual, up in limbo status because the Creed, that's their girl.
True.
And she's been feeling some type of way about the way Chad Gable has been talking to Maxine in particular.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think she gets a new gimmick. Maxine does. And Ivy now has been going back and forth to NXT still. She competed in the combine they had and all that kind of stuff. So I know they like her for sure. I just think she goes on by herself and see what happens in the women division and catch something else. That's what I think happens with Ivy now. But Maxine goes back to getting a new gimmick.
Yeah, and I feel like if she gets a new gimmick, it won't be the worst thing in the world because this reverse worm shit, I'm tired of it. Like, come on now. You are a good wrestler.
It only worked because it's a hot girl with Otis. Like, and we've done this already. It's still funny. But we've done it.
I mean, wasn't that no, that wasn't Liv. That was Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose. Wow. Well, Otis got him, I'm telling you. The man's a Hall of Famer.
I would have definitely tried to take his spot. Like, definitely. Otis, like,
the man's a Hall of Famer. Okay, he cannot complain about his career.
At all. He done got kisses from Mandy Rose. Well, no, she refused to kiss him.
Hey, he got close enough. He got close.
Yeah, he got close. Definitely.
I would have changed places with him in a heartbeat. Okay.
Quickly. But as far as Maxine, man, I feel like Chad's gonna try to bring out the whole Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
And Tozawa, Maxine, they're not gonna feel it. Honestly, the oldest thing, that's why I say Bronson Reed gonna get distracted. He gonna take Chad Gable out and get distracted by Otis or whatnot, and Sam is gonna take the win.
Okay.
But I don't think Otis is gonna go full heel.
Okay.
Because his character is too lovable.
Yeah. Okay. I am also discounting the Saudi pop that Sami Zayn gets because he gonna get a crazy pop in Saudi. So
he always does. Always does.
Yes. So maybe he does. Maybe you're right about it. He does hold on to the title when they change it another time. So that's another.
I feel like they're gonna do Sammy. They're gonna give Sammy to change the title thing on Raw. Watch. They're not even gonna give him the decency to change the title at a pay-per-view.
Yep. All right. The last match, the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. Okay, why do they call it the undisputed WWE Championship? Because there's another champion, so it's disputed.
I mean, technically, out of the last two titles, those two were not disputed. So, I mean, I can see why they do it, but that's also why they say WWE champion, and not world champion.
Yep.
So I guess it's like Marvel. It's in two different universes.
That's what it is. Two different universes. All right. So we got Cody Rhodes, the champ, versus Logan Paul, and I thought this was going to be,
title match.
Yeah, winner takes all for the U.S. title and the undisputed title, but we found out on SmackDown that is not the case. Logan Paul and his lawyers removed the clause to put his U.S. title on the line. So it's only one title on the line here. So what do you think is going to happen with this match?
First off, let me say, I despise Logan Paul. That's another person I despise. Because he robbed us of something, that would have made it more, I gotta tune in. See, Logan Paul still wants to have his reign in WWE. I don't even think this was a Triple H move. This was a Logan Paul move behind the scenes.
You think that was part of the Prime deal?
Yes. Yes. That is definitely part of the Prime deal. So it's like, come on now, bro. How long you planning on being U.S. champion? Don't get me wrong. Right. You are a nice talent.
Yeah.
But I would rather see AJ Styles with that title.
Mm-hmm.
Just being honest.
A full-time person. Yes.
I mean, no, I'm not even gonna break it down to the full-time, part-timer thing. I'm just gonna say, just the people that just work hard as hell, like Santo Escobar. I wouldn't mind if he had it. Like, honestly, that being a part-timer, he's robbing these dudes. He's kind of like Jordan in the 90s. Nobody couldn't win a ring when he was there. He's doing that to these dudes.
Yeah.
Because I strongly believe Santos, when his contract come up, he might not resign.
Really?
He might not. Because, where's his character gone? It's just been recycled.
True.
They remade him into Legado Fantasma. They redid that stable. So it's like, give him something to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Or, here's his better. El Idador is on SmackDown now, ain't he? Andrade.
I think so, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's your new U.S. champion. And I think they're probably building towards that because I think Andrade have a match Friday. Okay. But still, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. Like, maybe they say that's what they saving to take down Logan Paul, but, get a man a reason to stay till Charlotte come back.
There we go. Yeah, he has never really had, like, a great main roster run. His stuff at NXT was fire, though.
Well, his run with Selena Vega was his manager and as a U.S. champion. That was kind of decent. That was decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. You're right.
It was cut short, but it was all right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If it wasn't good, if he didn't feel like it was good, he would never came back.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Because he had the option. So, yeah. That's a good point. So, okay. But you do think Cody retains, right?
That's a no-brainer. I'm just being real. That's a no-brainer. You can't give it to Logan Paul, and you can't disrupt it that early.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second pay-per-view after Mania. And he loses the title, then he loses it inside him. Nah. He's going to have a hell of a pop inside him.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm always worried about that. The Cody Rhodes being American Nightmare, wearing the American flag on him pretty much whenever he comes out, and then going overseas, like especially Saudi, like at what point are they gonna start booing him just because he's the American Nightmare?
Did they boo Hogan when he used to come out with the American flag?
Good point.
It's I think they're mature enough to be like, this is a character, and we're invested in this character. I don't think it's gonna be towards there. They don't want you sticking. They don't care how you dress or what you portray. As long as you don't stick your nose in their business and don't mess over their money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because they will hold you hostage.
Don't get held hostage, y'all. Please.
Real. I never forget that. And the reason why I keep talking about that, because every time Saudi's pay-per-view comes up, I think of the same thing. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
it's wild,
a
man.
big fan of Xavier Woods. You know,
Okay.
Austin Creed.
Yeah,
You know, his real name Austin Creed. You know,
Mhm.
they have a channel. He has a channel on YouTube, and him and his alias is Prince Pretty, but Tyler Breeze,
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
they do the GM thing.
Yeah.
And they streamed that GM thing the whole time they was locked down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like they went through a whole season of that. Being locked down. And it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty, trust me.
Yeah, man. What is Tyler Breeze doing right now, man?
Well, you know he has a Legends contract.
What?
Yeah, he has a Legends contract with WWE. He's actually considered a legend on WWE 2K23 and 24.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. You know, and the only reason he has a contract with him because of him and what I just stated. Him and Austin Creed, you know,
Right.
they have this they have this YouTube channel, Up Down Down.
Yeah.
And you know, they made that big during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like they went back and played SmackDown versus Raw 2006, I think.
Yeah, man.
And they had the My Gym, and they went. They just started screaming at. They brought it back to the 2K games and everything, and therefore WWE was like, okay, this is an investment. Let's just invest in him. But Tyler Breeze doing like indie shows.
Okay. All right.
He worked. He worked for MLW. He worked for what is it, Paul, something like that. And also he got his own wrestling school.
Okay.
Can't forget about slapbacks.
Good, because yeah, I was thinking, man, like I mean, he could still work. I know that he was a young guy, so he could definitely still be.
Oh yeah, he definitely can.
All right.
He definitely can. Honestly, he trained. Like I said, I'm a gamer and I'm a YouTuber and all that other stuff too.
Right.
This guy calls himself Chris Danger. Dank Ops. His alias is Dank Ops on YouTube. If anybody want to go check him out.
Okay.
You know, he does a series every year with Create a Wrestler, the story where you create your wrestler and you go, whatever it's called, My Rise.
Okay.
And he finally became a wrestler. Tyler Breeze trained him. Tyler Breeze, Arian Spears, or however you say his name. There's a couple different people trained him at the school Slapbacks.
All right. Sounds good. Good job then, Tyler Breeze. Get your money, bro.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm like, man, get your money, Tyler Breeze, because you know he's nice.
Yeah, man.
You know.
No. All right.
He was also talking about. You know, he had.
Oh, losing you, Jay.
Fandango?
I lost him.
Yeah,
you said there.
Oh, I said, you know, and also his tag team partner Fandango. He's over there at TNA.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, Dirty Dango. You're right. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like a lot. It's good to see a lot of these dudes just, you know, survive post WWE.
Yeah, and that's a great thing about having AEW in the mix, man. There's more places where, you know, wrestlers can, you know, earn a living, man. I'm all for it. So
yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of them not going. I don't know what's going on with it, but a lot of them choosing not to sign with AEW.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
a lot of them.
I think it's a length of contract because he's trying to get people like 5-year deals and stuff, and TNA just been like 1-year deals. You know, and so it's easier for them to get in and out.
Yeah, 1-year, 2-year deals. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but same thing though. If you're giving me a 5-year deal, what you gonna keep me on the sideline for 4 years?
That's always possible.
Yeah, because it happened to Tito. Tito,
Yeah.
what was it? Tito Santana?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, happened to him.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Mhm.
you know.
Yep. That's it, man.
Oh,
All right. Well,
speaking
that's
of
gonna wrap up the
AEW,
card. Okay. Yeah.
I got one more. I got one more for you. Speaking of
Mhm.
AEW, how do you feel about what Jim Cornette said about Mercedes Moné? Now, I might not watch the product, but I hear all the rumors now.
All right. Yeah. When I read that crap, like, okay, so Jim Cornette is saying
Mm.
about Mercedes Moné, put your hands down. Why does she put her hands up like this? It's so unnatural. Put your hands down. We see the rings. We know what it spells out. Okay, cool. Put your hands down.
Right. It's like, it's so unnatural. Like, it seems, and I went back and I watched a couple clips, of her interest because, one thing I do find good about AEW is they carry beefs over from other promotions.
Yeah, for sure.
I give them that.
Yes.
And the Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Moné beef from her getting injured and her taking the women's WIGP title or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
From Mercedes Moné, that kind of that got me interested.
Yeah.
That's probably about and I watch a YouTube clip of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I said all that to say, I watched how she moved, and man, it feels unnatural. It does. But Sasha Banks, she was like a real person. This CEO Mercedes Moné, I don't know who the hell she is. She seems like a robot.
The problem is she hadn't been wrestling, and she keeps coming out to talk, and people getting tired of that. That's really what it comes down to.
I mean,
so
is she even a good talker?
Well,
like,
that's what Cornette is also talking about too. Like she's not good on the mic and stuff. She's okay. Don't get me wrong. She's not like the best or anything. But they're just doing it too much where she comes out to talk about the match. Like they've done it so many times, and they could change it up. They could stand to change it up by like making it backstage instead of always in the ring. I understand you got her, you want to promote her and all that kind of stuff, but you can't keep doing the same thing over and over. People get tired of it.
Yeah, I don't care how big a free agent she is.
Right, exactly.
The hottest free agents are. People will get tired of something real, especially us wrestling fans. Yeah. We get sick of something real fast.
Do you remember the time in WWE when Jericho came back and he didn't say anything for like a month? He just kept coming back and like, yeah. And he puts a microphone up to his mouth and then he walks away and it was all over. Like,
you talking about before his last? You talking about right before his last run? The run before his last run?
Right.
Yeah.
And so people started booing that crap. And I don't know if that was the desired outcome, but that's exactly what's going on with Mercedes Moné. Like we just tired of seeing that same crap.
Well, I could speak on Jericho because I'm all pro WWE. I watched the product heavily, especially back then. Jericho, that was designed.
Yeah. Okay.
They wanted Jericho to be that heel.
Right.
They wanted him to be hated. That was kind of his whole thing. And like, I don't care when if Jericho ever comes back to WWE, he's gonna be a heel. His heel work is phenomenal.
It is. It is. The
so that
was my stuff right there though.
Which one?
The Festival of Friendship and the List. That's
with him and Kevin Owens.
That's my favorite Jericho right there, bro.
Oh man, it's the most entertaining. I'm gonna say it's the most entertaining Jericho. My favorite Jericho is the Lion Tamer.
Okay.
I love Lion Tamer Jericho. With the braided beard. Oh my God. That was some of his best work. Lionheart. Yeah. That's what it is. Lionheart. I don't know why I say Lion. Lion Tamer is the damn move he did.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. With Mercedes Moné, man. Honestly, She could stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for her to stop talking and put her in more matches. You
go.
pay her the big bucks. She's supposed to be the highest paid female in wrestling history.
Take some bumps.
Make her show why she is. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Exactly. She's just gonna have to take some bumps. It could be. You ever thought about this? It could be Monet herself not wanting to go out there in the ring because she's probably had once you get injured, that messes with your psyche. I don't care who you is.
True. But the fact that she went to wrestle in Japan tells me she wants to wrestle. So anybody that goes to Japan, you definitely want to wrestle. So
I mean, but some people could go to Japan for the wrong reasons. I'm gonna say that. Because Japan, anybody knows you go to Japan, their fans are diehard. They're way more diehard than WWE. Let's just be real about it.
It's different.
Their wrestlers are the biggest thing in Japan. They're bigger than basketball, football, baseball, everything.
Yep.
They're superstars, rock stars, whatever, and that type of lifestyle is intriguing to people, especially young people like Mercedes Moné.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she likes to wrestle. Yes, she's good at what she does. But I feel like she still went out there for the wrong reasons.
Jim Cornette, put your hands down, Mercedes.
Put your hands down and put your fists up.
There we go. All right, man. Let's go wrap it up for us, man. Unless you got anything else for us today.
No, I ain't got nothing else. I just remembered that little topic, and I just wanted to bring that up because it's
a good one. It's a good one.
Banks, she just, Mercedes Moné, FKA Sasha Banks is just, honestly, at this point, a waste.
Yep.
A waste.
I agree. Can't argue with that at all. So, all right, let's go wrap up the show. Maybe we'll be back early next week to recap Double or Nothing. We'll see what I can do there, but we'll definitely talk some Double or Nothing though, because I'm definitely gonna watch it. So
I promise you, I'm gonna watch it this time. I promise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch Double or Nothing, and I'll give my take on it. It should be interesting.
That's right. Look, their pay-per-views are long. They're usually pretty good. So.
Yeah, and they kind of hooked me with the when it was in what stadium that was. It was in one of them stadiums right after Bray Wyatt died, and I think it was a All Out or a Double or Nothing or something like that. And it just was amazing. If it gave me WrestleMania vibes, like honestly, it really did. And that's why those big pay-per-views I would watch. I would be that fan that don't care about the weekly episodic and just go check out the pay-per-views just for the action, the entrance, and the BS guest stars.
Yeah, a lot of times you can just come right in and you're fine. So just watch the matches. So yeah, that's the good thing about AEW. So, all right, well, we're wrapping this thing up. We appreciate everybody joining and watching. Kenny Omega, take us out, bro.
Nice to meet you too. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.